The Predator language is a complex verbal and written language used by the Yautja. It is depicted in the form of dashes and curved symbols, though these may just be different fonts. It is vocalised by a series of growls, croaks, and clicking of the teeth, and has its own alphabet. Although this is mainly from promotional material for the films and may not be truly canon to the films themselves, as the chance of an alien language translating perfectly to the 26-letter English alphabet is a bit too much of a coincidence, as even other Earth languages don't translate as directly as that, but it is still a cool little thing for us fans to discuss. Here is the alphabet for the language, and there are even word translators online, so you can type in what you want and it will be translated for you. Here also is a list of known words spelt phonetically, which comes from the novelisations and comic books. Although in some of the movies the alphabet doesn't match exactly, such as in Prey, where we see through the feral predator's vision, there is some text that doesn't match this alphabet, so this could possibly mean that there are numerous different languages that the predators have. This would make sense, as the feral predator was said by the filmmakers to have been from a different hemisphere of Yautja Prime, so could speak a different language to other Yautja seen before him. Perhaps feral predators and super predators could have their own distinct languages. Also, obviously, I don't think when they're making a film that they'd make sure to be that accurate what was essentially just a marketing tool for the first movie's 3D Blu-ray release, so I think they would have just made the symbols look like they belong to the Predator language. I realise they're just movies and it's not that deep, but I do still find that sort of stuff fun to think about. Not all Yautja communication is expressed verbally, and they use a lot of body language as well that is used to portray emotion. For example, an arched back and flared mandibles indicate rage and or aggression. An arm raised up diagonally means they are guarded, and head bowed and eyes down shows submission to a superior. Sometimes predators are apparently able to understand some human words and phrases, such as in Predator 2, when the Predator Elder gives Harrigan the flintlock, he says "take it," and does so without a biomask. And in Predator 1, the Jungle Hunter would repeat words he heard Dutch and his team say, both with and without wearing his mask. Though in this movie, it isn't really inferred that the Predator necessarily understands what they are saying. The use of a predator using its biomask to record and play back sounds is called vocal mimicry, and they will use this to seemingly employ a sort of psychological warfare when hunting. In the 2018 movie The Predator, when the predators are talking, what they are saying is translated on screen by the use of subtitles. Also, towards the end of the film, the assassin uses a voice translator to translate what he is saying directly into English. One question I have about the predators having a written language is that if they see in the infrared light spectrum rather than the visible light, then how would they read their own scripture? Perhaps since we see it a lot of the time lit up on their wrist gauntlets and such, that light could perhaps give off heat for them to see it, but at the same time, we also see it written in carvings and runes, so how would they be able to see those? Do you know a reason why, or is it a simple oversight? Make sure to let me know in the comments below, and make sure you leave a thumbs up rating on the video, and I'll see you next time.